I will call you back again to another video lecture on C++ programming, and in this video lecture, guys, we'll go ahead and look at strings in C++. That is the declaration and initialization of a string. Alright, so in this case, we'll talk about declaring and initializing a string. You're going to declare a string as a character, and then you're going to terminate that using a null character, and that is /0. So you terminate that with this. Let's say you have a string called string name. Alright, char name. So char is a type and name is in the array name. Then you're going to give, let's say, the size of the element, and there's a 6. You have something like this, hash, comma, e, comma, L, comma, L, comma, and 0, comma. So the last one that you put here is called a null point /0. And put a comma and then close that. So if you're going to execute this code from hash to 0, we print it out. The compare we ignore /0 is sees that as a terminator. Okay, it's telling the comparer that this has ended and you're no longer going to print as any other thing, and you're going to print as hello. Okay, this is originated from C, and I believe that if you have the knowledge of C, you will have ever seen where we did that in C programming, and we're bringing in that right inside C++. Let's go ahead and write a simple code that we're going to demonstrate the use of a null point to terminate strings. So let's say we have a char, and let that char is the char name, and it's going to have element of 6, and we'll go ahead and put that in curly brace. So for the first one is hash, comma, then e, comma, L, comma, L, comma, and O. Alright, so if I terminate that, I'm going to put this /0 and close that. Go ahead and put a semicolon at the end of that. Now I want to print out this. Okay, I want to print out this. So I'll go ahead and say cout. Then I'm going to put the name of the array, and that is name. The name of the array is name, and go ahead and end that. Alright, put a semicolon at the end, and let's run this code and check it out. So, strings in C++, that is the name of this, and you can see hello is printed out. Can you see that? Hello is printed out. So, it ignored 0. The /0 is here and printed out hello for you. Alright, so by default, I always put in the name of what you're doing right here, and that is strings in C++. Okay. So I will also introduce you to the functions that we use in C++. We have a wide range of functions that C++ supports. And one of those things is strcpy, and this is also supported in C, and is also supported in C++, and let's say s1, s2. So this copies the string of s2 right inside s1. Okay, if that is strcp, so that is string copy. It copies the string of s2 right inside cpl sy, and the next function is strcat. So XTR cuts H1, H2. What it means is it concatenates H2 into the ending of string H1. So whatever you have, let's say hello world, and you try to concatenate that, it will bring both the two strings together. So that is what we mean by concatenation. And we have the next one like a str length. So str length, this helps us to return the length of a string. Okay? It helps us to return the length of a string. We have things like LCL, CMP. This helps us to compare two strings and know which one is greater and which one is less than. Alright? So we're going to still look at all these. So we have LCL char. It returns a pointer to the first occurrence of a character ch in a string. So that is used to check the first occurrence of a character in a string. And we have LCL, LSTL. Very interesting. This returns the pointer to the first occurrence of a string in a string. Alright, so I'm going to minimize that. Let's go ahead and write a simple code that we help us to check out these. Alright, so I can be able to close this. Let me go ahead and comment this, right? You can be able to put it down later on your own system and play around with it. So I'm going to write a simple code that will help us to check out this. So comment all this. But before you go ahead to start using strings in your own programming, go ahead and first of all add include. We're going to include C string. Okay, so once you include C string, you can then be able to use this anywhere you want, okay? And let's say char, and we'll say char name1. Okay, so char name1, and let that take an element of a, let's say 20, and I'm going to use, because it's going to be in a string, and mostly strings are represented inside double quotation mark and not single quotation mark. Character is for a single quotation mark, whereas string is represented inside a double quotation mark. Alright? So I'm gonna say, let me call that string 1, and put a semicolon at the end, and I'm going to call that one, let's say, char name2, and I'll take, and that is string 2. We can call that hello world or this or that, plus semicolon. So let me go ahead and put this to move to the next line so that they will not come together. I hope that is cool. So I commented this so that you can be able to play around with it later. I'm going to keep the source file for you so you can download the source file from the source folder and play around with them. Okay. So now if you want to copy string 1 or let's say string 2 inside string 1, how can you be able to do that? Want to copy string 2 inside string 1, how can you be able to do that? So if you really want to do that, you go ahead and say LSTL CPY STL CPY, and I'm going to call name2 play comma and name1. Alright, so first semicolon at the end, and we'll go ahead and say cout. Just go ahead and call name2, because you're copying the name1 into name2, so you can copy anyone you want. Alright, so go ahead and click on this. Let's run this code and check it out. So string 1, check it out. Name1 is string 1, and we copy that right inside name2. So that might not look so good to you, but let's go ahead and create something like, let's say name3, alright? And let name3 be 20, and go ahead and place semicolon at the end. So if I go ahead and change this to name3, and we all know that name3 does not have anything here, there is no elements there. Okay, now we'll go ahead and print out name3. Let's go ahead and run this code and check out the results. We have copied name1 inside name3, and you can see it printed out string1 because it is copied already. So that is the use of str cpy. It helps us to copy a string right inside another. Now if we want to concatenate string1 and string2, want to join string1 and string2 together, how can I be able to do that? I'll go ahead and say strcat. So call it strcat. Wow, why am I strcat? Okay. So this function called strcat to help us to concatenate else the name1 and name2. So by saying enter name1, comma, name2. I'm going to go ahead and place semicolon at the end. So if you go ahead and print that out, cout, and I'm going to say, go ahead and say str name1, print out name1, then end this. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this code and check it out. Alright, you can see string1 and string2 are joined together. You see that? We concatenated these. So I hope that is really very cool. You concatenate that. So the first one helps us to copy that, and the second one printed out the concatenated strings of name1 and name2. So but if you want to check out the length of the two, let's go here and check out length. And to check out the length, let's go here and use spaces inside here so that it always look good. Alright, so I added a space. Let me copy this. I'll always add a space word in there. Okay, so if we run this again, there'll be space in between all the outputs. So can I to explain that? You see there? Concatenated word, copied word, and our name of the lecture. So strings in C++. Now to check out the length, if you want to deal with the length of these, you go ahead and say, let's say you have to initialize a length, and length is going to be integer value. So it's going to say int length and put a semicolon. So to deal with the length, I'll go ahead and say length is equal to LCL, then call LCL length. We have a function called LCL length in C++, and then pass in the string name. Let's say, is that name1 or name2, and we want to check out and put a semicolon at the end. Now, let's go ahead and print out that, and we'll say cout, then cout length. I want this to move to the next line, so there will be a space. So cout length, then put a semicolon at the end. Now if we go ahead to run this, it's going to give us the length of name1. So then length is what 14, check it out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So name1 is no longer the first one string name, because if we follow this step by step, you will see that we have already concatenated name1. But if you go ahead and comment all these, check it out, it's going to give you the length of just name1 alone. Check it out. Now run this code. It will give you exactly the length of name1, and then what is just 7 strings, string 1. Okay. So if you go ahead and count string 1, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Alright, so remove the comment and it's back again. So this is the basics of strings. I want you to know the basics of strings so I can be able to play around with them. You can always copy a string, you can always concatenate a string, you can always check the length of a string, and you did this using functions. I'm also going to teach you how to do exactly everything we've done right here without a function, okay? So you're going to learn everything you've done right here without a function. So it really helps you as a developer in C++ to master everything. So I'm going to help you guys to make sure that you get to the end of this. So in the next video lecture, we'll go ahead and look at how to do exactly all these things without a function. Alright, so we're going to do that from scratch. So, but at the moment, if you have any question under this video lecture, please go ahead and use the question and the answer section, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture.